Down dee dee down dee down dee dee down dee. Hi to everybody. Hey, it's Liz here. I'm out on my porch on a beautiful day. Who knew? Very excited. So I'm going to make a little short video for you today and show you a little bit of a tune that I was working on. Some friends asked me about maybe writing a tune for them, and I started to try to come up with a jig, which they wanted. And yeah, this is rare for me. A lot of times, yeah, I don't really do too many things where somebody asks for a tune, but I want it to be nice. Not sure that this is it though, but I thought it'd be nice for everybody here on Patreon to take a peek. So I'm going to be showing my computer Sibelius program because unlike most of the times when I'm able to just have pen, paper, fiddle, maybe piano, I've got a little bit of a problem with my right wing today. Let me see if I can show this. All right. So it's a tennis elbow thing. And you know, I played at a little gig last week and, you know, there you go. I was trying and went to a session after and played for about an hour and a half, and then I just put it down. So this has been a little problem since mid-March, and it'll go away eventually, and I'm finally getting proper doctor advice. So on to the tune that I wanted to show you, and here we go. This is a jig, and it started with me just having some ideas in my head. The request was for a tune that was in D. So D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And so I just started off, and as usual, you know, when you're just kind of not starting with a complete melody, there were lots of starts and stops, and everything kind of led me another direction, and even over here, and I just had different ways of doing stuff, and then I would think of something else that was actually nicer. I think I did eventually listen to the whole thing back and go, oh, no, that's awkward. And so I still don't know what this is going to really feel like on the fiddle. But I was able to use my Sibelius program, and here it is. So what's nice on here is that then you can listen to it, and I can record this, and I can listen and see if anything sounds really awkward. I could say that over time I care more about if something really sounds awkward for no good reason, and will kind of shy away from being kind of distracting, like going for something strange for strange sake. So I think this is pretty logical. And so now I go up here, press play, and let me see if I'm at the beginning. And I'm going to let you to listen to this. I have it kind of at a slow setting, which is also interesting because if I play it this slow, I almost really want to make it almost like a treble jig for a dancer, and I would probably add a lot more little 16th notes. If I play it fast, I have a feeling that changes. But here we go. I'm going to give you a listen now. What do you think? I'm going to point out one little interesting thing in here. There we go. So you see those 2/16 notes. Da-dee-hum, da-dum. So this note here had been, like in most cases, I would just put down a quarter note into an eighth note. And whatever it was about this program, if you just leave that as a quarter note followed by an eighth note, it wasn't as nice as cutting that note in half to make it 2/16, 2/8, and then an eighth with a rest, and then the eighth A. Interesting. Just something about just listening back to it. I wonder what people are thinking when they see Irish music, and so much of it is that very simple way of just playing the notes as if we play them for the entire length, but we don't. We actually do cut them off. And only when I was listening back did I realize I kind of would do that to not put people on the wrong track. And plus, one other thing, see, I'll get my finger in here, that when I played the E as a quarter note into the A, then I didn't want to do those 2/16 notes anymore. Not sure why, but it didn't work. But when I cut off the E and made it an eighth note, then I did want the eighth into the 2/16 into the eighth. Interesting. So feel free to chime in and let me know. Liz, you're on a good track. You like the tune. You might change something or just have your own thoughts. And again, this is a jig and it's in D, and it's very nice to be trying, and very nice to go back into your head actually when you don't have your instrument. And I really can't play right now. When I don't have the instrument, you go right back to other things to inspire yourself. So it's so nice to be writing a tune. And I keep trying to figure out how to get a hold of these tapes that are in a library in New York of interviews with Ed Reavy. But in the meantime, I found that on that app called Scribed, you can get Ed Reavy's Book of Tunes. Now, I always had Where the River Shannons, or Where the Shannon Rises, his first book. But there's a lot more of his tunes that are in the book that's on Scribed. So if you take a peek there, it's quite nice to go along with Reavy's tunes and check them out one after the other. And yeah, it makes me, as I was looking at that, I thought, why am I worried about the other instruments? Just go for the fiddle. So just again, just getting a chance to look around. I was listening to some Donegal tunes this morning, Tara Connaughton, and yeah, there's no end of inspiration out there. Hope you have a good week. Hope I'm playing next week, and we'll maybe get back to teaching a tune. All right, bye everybody.